is for friends who do stuff together. U is for you and me.
Welcome, everyone, to a wide range of conversations with Rick and Eric.
Well, now we won't have to worry about the cat for a while. He just got booted on that. Well, never mind. It took 2 seconds. I walked in here and sat. I went to walk in here, and he does this cool thing where he walks underneath my feet,
Yeah.
and I love that for us. I don't have any light. I need a backlight.
I only have light because the window's right here.
Yeah, I don't have that. I have a cat that tries to trip me and gross tea and antacids. Off brand.
Anyway, on that note, welcome to another episode of Wide Array of Conversations with Rick and Eric. We are doing another Zoom episode because we were lazy and this just seemed easier.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's been a little couple weeks since we've been here, but we've been enjoying the things of the summer and actually going and doing shit. So
There was like 2 things going on that we did.
Yeah, we went and wandered out to the potato festival just because I wanted French fries. It's just a small ho dunk ass town, so there really wasn't much there.
Yeah, that was I've never felt so unsafe in my life, but also what a wild experience was that. You have all these folks that I've never seen so much Trump paraphernalia in my entire life. But B, it's like there was a guy that was like Trump 2024, smoke him if you got him. And I'm like, I feel like that's not right. Something about that seems off, and I don't know what that is. Maybe our listeners will tell me.
But yeah, it was weird because a lot of them that had the fucking shit too was like a bunch of just Mexican dudes like hanging out selling shit, and I'm like,
yeah,
all right, cool.
I was like, I think that's what happened when I was like, I feel unsafe here. And then you're like, hey, bud, they're handing out free potatoes. And I was like, oh, fuck yeah. Never mind. I'm fine.
Oh, yeah. The golf cart went by with them fucking just handing out bags of fucking like 1 pound bags of potatoes. Or no, it had to been more than 1 pound. Did you notice? But yeah, I'm like, hey, yo, grab some free potatoes. And he was like, oh, shit, free potatoes. And went and chased the fucking golf cart down to get the free bag of potatoes.
I did that. And we made mashed potatoes out of those motherfuckers. And nothing is better than mashed potatoes. I don't care what anybody says. That's like the ultimate like comfort food for me, I think.
Yeah, mashed potatoes is pretty baller.
Especially if like you have your mom or your significant other or something make it for you. If somebody else makes you mashed potatoes, bomb.
Oh, I make some pretty good mashed potatoes, and I enjoy my mashed potatoes. I was bummed we didn't fucking make it out the night before when Spencer from the Boobs Biscuits and Buttercups, his band was playing the night before at the beer tent. I don't remember what the fuck happened in life. Who knows?
Yeah, I don't remember either, to be honest. I mean, that was days ago, it feels like.
It had to have been a couple weeks because we'll get to that point. So anyway, we were there for like fucking like maybe 30 minutes wandering around looking at shit. I got some pretty delicious licorice from this dude that was selling licorice. So the only way to describe it was like the outside texture was like a red vine, but it tasted like a Twizzlers. So it was pretty fucking baller. And then we were wandering back, and I'm like, well, fuck it. We're already halfway there. You want to go to Frankenmuth? So we said, fuck it. And we wandered out to Frankenmuth. And I don't know the name of the exact little area that we went to because there's fucking stores everywhere. But it's like a little town. It feels like a little town inside fucking Frankenmuth. And the only way I know how to get there is because the stadium is there, the stadium that says like Pokemon cards.
Oh yeah.
So we just fucking I Google mapped that shit and we drove out there and wandered around and checked out all their stores. Rick got to experience the craziness of the popcorn store.
Oh yeah, I love that store. I still haven't eaten all that popcorn yet.
No.
No.
Oh shit. But yeah, you walk in there and there's like 10,000 fucking flavors of fucking popcorn. Um, we went and got like a bunch of different ones. Fucking where else did we go? We went in that big ass candy store
Oh yeah,
where we were gonna send Kim a bunch of pictures of like everything pickle that was fucking in
there
there,
was a
which was
lot.
a lot.
She's in Thailand right now.
Yeah, I seen that. It's fucking crazy.
I was like, damn it, we picked the wrong fucking careers. I'm telling you, man.
Yeah.
I want to be HR or whatever the heck somebody does to gets to go around and for like that stuff for next to nothing.
Right. Um, where else did we go? Uh, damn, I'm trying to remember. You got the apple cider slushy, but that was from the popcorn place.
Yeah, they liked my shirt, and I think it was my possum shirt that I was wearing there.
Oh, we went to Sticky Situations, which was like this honey,
Oh yeah,
like
hey,
olive
shout out them
oil,
because that's what I'm
like
drinking right now.
oh yeah, olive oil, like loose leaf tea that you can like throw it in your own bag, fucking thick place. So we're walking around and like the homegirl gives us their whole spiel, like everything when we walk in because we've never been there before. And we're looking around and they're like, "So, is there anything you want to try?" And we're like, we're just looking." And the dude got like passive aggressive as fucking goes, "Well, this is a tasting store, so part of it is you're supposed to go around and taste shit." And we're like, "Oh fuck, okay." So then we went around and started tasting all the honey and shit, and then shit got dangerous because then we were like, "Ooh, ooh," and then yeah, and then we
Yeah,
ended up buying fucking both of us bought like 2 jars of honey.
we did.
But Home Dude told us about a deal that they had, like if you bought so many, which I'm still kind of irritated because we never got the honey stick that he said that we were supposed to get.
Yeah,
Um,
that would have been easier to put the honey in there. I didn't realize honey is like, especially when it comes in a jar like that, it's like you just kind of, I guess, spoon it in.
yeah, it's like thick as fuck.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I got salt. Well, we both got salted caramel, and then I got green apple. And what was the other one? What did you get?
Mm. Oh, chai tea.
Oh, yeah.
The chai tea one, which I think I put in this one. Yeah, I did. It's very good.
But yeah, they had baller ass honey and shit. So um
It was pretty good, and
sorry,
we got to
Toronto.
mess around with stuff. Yeah. The thing is, they said they had mustard there, and I was kind of mad that we didn't look into the mustard more. I love mustard.
Where was I didn't see any mustard.
Yeah, they said they can grind your own mustard, and I'm like, excuse me, sir, I would like to know more. But
Oh,
we got hooked up on the honey, and I was like, fuck, all right.
yeah.
Now we got to go back
um,
and be like, listen, there's mustard. We've already got the honey.
yeah. Fuck. Where else do we wander into?
Remember that? Okay, there's also that place else had a tap. What was?
Oh, it was that Sticky Situations
Yeah,
where yeah, they were like, you can try the maple syrup right from the tree. I'm like, what? So I'm like, not sure if it was a gimmick tree where there was like maybe a tank of maple syrup at the bottom of it, and it just
that
looked
had
like
to
a,
have been.
but something. But yeah, you literally just go and pull the little handle nozzle thing, and you can like try their like fresh maple syrup and shit. Yeah, that place would give you diabetes for sure.
Yeah,
Um, that whole
healthily.
area because well, yeah, because I thought it was cool that they had the fucking bee like information where the honey came from, like the bees, the kind of
Yeah,
bees, and like what they like area they were in and shit. It was like all sciency and shit. And then we walked into a random fucking pastry shop that I did not know was there because it wasn't there when I was there the last time with Rachel. And I did not get nothing. They were fucking packed. You got something.
I got macaroons
Oh
and
yeah.
one cupcake that was dairy free. Sorry, everybody, if you can hear my cat. I have a new cat named Dean, as I said in the last episode, and he is genuinely a terror because he's under a year old. So if he jumps up in frame or you hear him meowing, that's what's happening. It's not my pussy popping.
In a handstand.
Yeah,
Trying to think. There was a where else we fucking went.
those are the big things. Now I don't remember
Yeah.
anything. Hey, look, we're recording, and
Uh
I'm just gonna go. Haha. I know we're getting
uh
ready for like in what 2 weeks
it,
is the big AEW pay per view at your house. That's gonna be rad.
yeah, that's the end of the month.
Yeah.
Oh, I was gonna bring up Sonic, but that was when we went to the fucking oddities thing. We went to
Oh yeah,
Sonic that didn't take no fucking card. They were
yeah.
doing like cash only. And I was like,
And
what the fuck?
listen, they had something called pickle fries. They're not that good.
You just said that they were hard to eat, like driving because they were falling apart. I thought
Well,
they were okay. I got a free
it,
drink out of the situation,
you
so
did, you did. Thank God. Because I was willing to buy whatever. Luckily for me, I had cash. But me, whenever I go to Sonic, I got to get me a slush because lactose intolerant. I can't have. That would be the place, bruv. If you want to get yourself some ice cream and die from it, that's the
uh-huh.
place to go.
I didn't know they had ice cream.
Hell yeah, dude. You name a shake, they can make it.
Oh, shakes. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I'm trying to think. We did that shit. Uh,
I think it was that same day that we went and did all that stuff. I'm like, it's been a while since I haven't seen Constantine. And I think
it was that day.
yeah. And I'm like, we should do that for the show. And I'm like, oh yeah, that show that we do where we talk about movies and stuff. Oh
Yeah,
yeah. So
yeah, because we watched it that day.
yeah. Uh I don't I didn't remember. I remember this being really good, but I don't know if it held up as good as it was, but at the time when this came out, Jesus. I remember this being like my whole personality for like a month.
Was Constantine? You were just
Yeah.
smoking cigarettes and killing demons.
Yeah. Listen,
Ugh.
there it is. Bulk burp. Shout out Mighty Morphin Millennial Rangers, which, oh, God, I want to do that again.
Yeah, we got a Jason I saw um recently went to TNT Toys. It was yesterday.
Yeah.
He had never been there before. He didn't get nothing though, but that reminded me that it's been a hot minute since we've been out there. So
We'll
I
have to do
should
that
we
eventually.
have to wander out there and say what's up and make sure
Yeah.
we still have cards on the counter.
We got more. I got stickers and stuff now too. Speaking of which, I guess we should have noticed this or said this at the start of the show because that's when people listen to it the most. I've heard. Pride is back. It is this Saturday. If I'm going to be out there dying, please come say hi to us because it's going to be hot, from what I've read.
It
And
might
that's at
rain.
Winona
Oh no,
Park.
but that's in the morning.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll be there hanging out, handing out stickers and buttons for likes and subscribes and
Oh
such
yeah.
like that. And
I know it's round two Electric Boogaloo of them rescheduling from the last time, so probably won't be as many
I
people,
hope
but I'm gonna
not.
try. Huh?
Well, it's supposed to, I'm hoping they don't reschedule again because it's supposed to rain that morning and shit. That'd be
Is it?
dumb if they just like canceled it twice in a row at that point. Just fucking
Give me my money back.
we'll just set up a table outside of somewhere.
I might just like if it'll be like last time where they're like, yeah, it's gonna rain, and then didn't. I might just go around handing shit out.
There were still people hanging out. I mean, when we
Yeah,
went down there, because we went and fucking hung out with Eddie at fucking Mulligan's for that bit, and there were still people wandering around.
yeah.
So,
We probably should have done that. Missed opportunity, but we spent a lot of money to get all this other stuff, and I didn't want to see it go to waste. I wanted to make sure
right.
we had a controlled environment.
Yeah, for
Uh,
sure, for sure.
if people
Oh,
are gonna,
Yankee Candle. Sorry, that just
oh
popped.
yeah,
ADD moment. I looked off to my fucking left and was like, "Oh yeah, we went to Yankee Candle." So yeah, we were in Frankenmuth, and we were walking past the Yankee Candle store, and Rick's like, "I want to go in to see if they have their fall scents," and I'm like, "Okay." So we go in there, and then I'm the one that walks out with the fucking candle because they had 50% off if you signed up for their little like whatever dealy thing. So um I signed up. I got me a candle that was pineapple and cilantro that there's only nobody can see it, but it's about a quarter of the way left. I don't know if you can see
ooh,
it.
that looks cool
Um,
on the camera.
but yeah, there's only about a quarter of it left. But on Saturday, they sent me a coupon through my email. So I have another two candles coming.
Oh
They're
yeah,
supposed to be here by like Friday. So that's gonna be a problem because it's become kind of a weird comfort thing to like sit down on my desk and fucking hop on and chill, fucking light my candle, let the smell hit me and the flame just be burning and just kind of do whatever. So yay, ADHD coping things.
Hell yeah. I'm telling I bought one that's like pumpkin and lemon the
uh
other day. Changed my life.
well, they're
There's
supposed to
also
have their actual Halloween ones out now, so we'll have to go back so you can check those because one of them literally is called like the witching something, witch's
some of
brew
them
or some shit.
don't smell that good. And that's I know a hot take, but there's only very like I become a black man in that too, where it's like I have these like specific scents I like, and otherwise I don't want any of them. I have a cat
I'm
that's
hating this camera shit because I can see this one streak of fucking white hair in my beard and it's making me hate life.
just wait till you see me in person. I probably gained like 6 new gray hairs from everything going on. I have a
um
my cat genuinely like I wish I could show you guys this. Ow, ow, ow. He is curled up around my foot and just dug his like talons into me. I'm gonna take a picture. I'll post it on the
um
Instagram.
yeah, I bought Rick's cat some joints.
You did. And he has smelled them quite frequently.
They're like catnip toys that look like joints, and I thought they were funny, so I ordered them.
So
Um,
that's crazy. I put my phone like down there to take a picture of him, and he scooted out like a goddamn squid. I'm
but
gonna
you
send you
took
this.
off.
No, I'll show you.
Oh,
I'm sending Eric a picture right now.
dude,
And somehow
are you familiar with this fucking? Hold on, I'm gonna die.
none of that. Only one of us can be dying at a time, damn it.
Yeah, do we bring that up?
I haven't broke it to social media yet, so I don't probably not.
Okay.
Special bonus at the end. Stay to the end if you want to find out.
Stay.
Ow.
Oh, have you seen or are you familiar with the shit with the fucking lady from the breakdancing Olympics that was from Australia?
What the fuck was okay? Is it just this year that breakdancing is part of the Olympics?
This is the first time I've ever heard of it.
Okay. Because people were sending me like constant TikToks of them, and I'm like, what is actually happening?
Yeah, apparently she got a 0 score. They literally
What?
gave, yeah. She was, I don't know if you've seen clips of her and or the thing,
Yeah.
but it's god awful. And like
You
they
gotta give them
literally
one for trying, right?
they gave her a 0. And like at one point there's a fucking video I saw that was like a clip of her when she's like on her back, like scooting back and forth all weird and shit. And somebody was like, I knew this move looked familiar. And it cuts to a fucking video of a bulldog on its back, fucking
Yes.
wiggling back and forth and shit. Like
Yes.
it was not good.
That is what my cat actually just did when I took a picture of him. He was like, "Scooter, scooter, scooter."
And then the one picture that I saw was like the tier of how they have to stand for like gold and bronze and silver and shit.
Yeah.
And the three people were on there were the three people that the memes came out the most, which was her, home dude from whatever country with the gun that just was like casually pointing for the shooting fucking shit, which I
Oh,
don't really know the story behind, but there was a zillion memes of those. And then the high jumper dude that knocked the bar down with his wiener,
yeah.
who got offered a fuck ton of money from some adult film company.
Yeah, dude. He's obviously he's trending on gay Twitter, so everybody was talking about him. So I'm like, what was going on with this guy? What was so important? Oh,
Yeah.
okay. That's a different kind of pole you'd vault. Penis.
Oh, okay.
That's what I got.
Yeah. Speaking of penis, we need to get back on fucking Hoochie Daddy's fucking train so we can finish up this season. We
Yeah,
keep forgetting about it. I don't really remember the last episode we watched.
the thing is, we're on the one where they fight too.
Oh, damn.
And I guess we can't be best friends with Money Montana. Sorry, guys. I have been misleading you this whole time.
She said we can be cool. We can be cool, but she don't trust nobody though. She's like, we can be cool and chill and fucking do whatever, but nah, she's like, I ain't got no best friends. Nah, I don't trust nobody.
Which, to be fair, that's It's a fair stance to have.
Yeah, she was lit as fuck.
They were getting a little too rowdy. They're just like, yeah, they don't do
Well,
a thing.
yeah, they were at Atlanta Pride and they were fucking drinking. So yeah, they were fucking lit.
We love
But yeah,
her.
we have to get back on that one.
Yeah.
We'll have to rewatch that episode so we can watch her fucking holler at people.
Yeah, that's all I ever wanted. Oh yeah, because we have that. I think we're halfway through still. We still have
There's
halfway
no,
to go. It's gonna be spooky season before then because we're gonna do something spooky every week anyway. So we'll see. We'll get there. It'll be a segment. Maybe we'll just
Yeah.
do it online. That's what we should be doing. This is, I
What?
think I brought this up before. We just do like what we're doing right now, but while watching Hoochie Daddies.
Oh, I don't know if we can get shut down for it playing.
I don't know. Maybe we'll just take clips. It'll be a clip show. We'll see.
Well, what
We'll
was it? Oh,
workshop it.
it was on YouTube. So I mean,
Yeah.
worst case scenario, we get a cease and desist, and we know we officially made it.
Yeah. Listen, we've been doing this for over a year now, and Eddie got one before us, and that pisses me off a little bit.
For what?
I don't remember for playing music, I think, during that one episode.
No,
He did. You can ask him. It's his birthday. He'll tell you.
I'm about to call him. I should call live on air. Call him.
Air quotes
Be
live.
Yeah. Like, what did you get a cease and desist for?
Do it. He might answer the phone.
Well, they were recording today too because I actually had the idea of being like, hey, I said, who you having on the show on Tuesday, and he's actually having his mom on because it's his birthday, and
I love his mom.
I was like, oh, okay, and he was like, why? And I was like, well, I was just gonna see if you want to do a double show, and we'll like record one of your guys' episodes and then record one of ours, and you can just send me the audio. And he was like, oh no, my mom's coming over. I'm sorry. I'm like, you don't gotta apologize, dude. It was just an idea.
He's so like that man is so nice. He's always like, I'm so sorry when things don't work out, and I'm like, dude, we're all grown adults and we've all got shit going on.
Right.
It'd be cool if it worked, and if it doesn't, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna hang out here and get bit by this cat. That's what's gonna happen.
Cat scratch fever.
Genuinely, like I don't think you can see it on Zoom, but like probably not.
Oh, a little bit.
Yeah. He does this cool thing where if you're asleep and your hand is up, like sometimes I sleep like, gay T-Rex arms out. And what he takes that as an opportunity attack.
Yeah.
So I'll be sitting there sleeping, and all of a sudden you just feel and then I go, what the fuck?
All it'll take is one yeet. One just random fucking, you get scared and you eat his ass across the room, and then maybe he'll learn.
He's very lucky that I love him that much. Hey, speaking of jackasses, hey, stop eating whatever's on the floor, asshole. That's true love right there.
Well, then, speaking of eating assholes, let's jump into this fucking movie. Constantine with John Wick that kills demons.
He does. I've got notes.
All right.
Ladies and gentlemen, grab your popcorn, pop, and alcoholic beverages. It's movie time with Rick and Eric.
Dead as dead can be. The doctor tells me that I just can't believe him. Ever the optimistic one, I'm sure of your ability to become my perfect enemy.
All right, so like I said before, we watched Constantine on a random whim because it was just something that popped in our head, and Rick's got notes, so I'll let Rick take over with his notes.
Turns out I've watched a lot of movies this last couple weeks. I have like 3 or 4 reviews on Letterboxd though. That's
We watched
crazy.
Nobody yesterday.
We did. And then I also watched a movie called The Curse of Bridge Hollow.
Okay.
And I saw Deadpool and Wolverine. I think I said that last time. If I didn't, I did now. Anyway, Constantine. Uh, shit, I didn't realize. Is it 2005 this movie came out? Yeah,
Yeah, it was.
I remembered. IMDb gave it a 7.0. Rotten Tomatoes has a 47 or 46% on critic score, 72% audience score. Letterboxd looks like it's giving it a 3.3. All pretty fair. I think IMDb at 70% or 7.0. That's crazy. That's really good. Not that this movie isn't good, but at the time, I bet you everybody shit their pants about it because it looked great for the time.
I just know it freaked me out.
Yeah, well, just that one part freaked you out.
The opening scene because my aunt was like, "I seen that shit in real life before." I'm like, "What?"
Yeah.
Which I did jump a bunch of times during this movie, but that's because I had my headphones on
Oh
and
yeah.
it'd get like loud as fuck all of a sudden. So I'd be like, "Whoa, shit!"
Yeah, I have. Yeah, oh yeah, I did have Dean then. He tends to scare the shit out of me a lot, so that helps. So, anyway, so we start off Constantine here in Mexico or some sort of quarry, quarry.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Corey,
either way.
kick ass
Uh,
Coey.
kick ass quarry. That's shout out him. Like that should be his something. Listen to us. Anyway, a dude finds a spears and goes all Gollum on it because he's like, my precious. And then he gets hit by a car, but like cuts the car in half as he's hit by it.
Yeah.
And that was pretty wild.
Yeah, I think that was the first time I jumped because it was all of a sudden random, and then I was like, "Fuck!"
Yeah.
Yeah, it was loud.
And then he goes full crackhead and just jumps away from the scene of a crime and just keeps walking.
Yeah,
And that was pretty crazy. And then we have a tea kettle and we're in LA and there was a woman making tea. And takes it to her. I guess it was her friend, but we find out that later it's not her friend, it's her kid. They're doing their best to. Oh, they walk into a room, and here we have this girl doing their best reverse Spider-Man in the corner, like what you do at a pool.
yeah.
But she's very demonically possessed, going. That's what's happening. Constantine enters the frame, who is Keanu Reeves, and I'm never going to refer to him as anything other than Keanu Reeves during the process of this because, let's face it, he's Keanu Reeves.
Okay.
I'm just saying, whenever Keanu Reeves plays a role, he doesn't play the role. He plays Keanu Reeves, kind of like how, who do we just talk about that does that? That everybody likes that I can't stand.
I have no idea.
Oh my God. It's right there. The guy that was in Long Legs. Nicholas Cage. Yep. That's happening. Anyway, so Keanu Reeves smokes a cigarette and has a key, like a bunch of keychains, and he's deciphering because one of them's going to piss off this demon, and he finds it. He introduces himself, and he's like, "Oi, I'm Constantine." That's the accent he's going to have.
Okay.
He's English now. And he puts the charm on the woman's face, and she smokes like if you left something on the stove. And that was pretty crazy. They do an extreme moving, and so this is where they get he says he needs a mirror, and he gets some extreme moving because this mirror is like twice the size of this entranceway, and they're like, we have to get this mirror into there. So he gets the mirror into there, and they have to catch this like it's a demon, but it doesn't have a face. It's just like a skullless demon that's trapped in her. So in order to get him out of there, he has to get him to look at himself in a mirror, and then they have to throw this mirror out of a window. That seems legit.
Yeah.
All of this seems like true magic here, right?
Right.
Guys?
The fucking, I mean, they do mirror shit all the time on the other haunted shit we watch.
That's true, but I don't know that anybody's ever thrown it out of a mirror, out of a window. Maybe that's the key to killing a demon.
What is it that he throws? There's a video that got leaked online that was Childish Gambino from his like the roof of his house or like in the balcony, like yeeting a fucking chair or a
Oh,
door or something,
eh,
like in anger, and then it like just cuts to him sitting in the car, and he's like, "As you can see, the something something is not going very well."
fair. I get it. So he yeets that giant mirror off of this balcony into his cab, which is driven by oh god, what was his name that's in this movie?
Shia LaBeouf.
Yeah.
No, I
He
don't know
has
what
an
his name
actual
is.
yeah, actual cannibal Shia LaBeouf. So after
What?
that,
Why do you say actual cannibal?
tell me you've heard actual cannibal Shia LaBeouf the song.
Oh, about you're walking through the woods and blah blah
Yes.
blah blah.
Yeah.
Shia LaBeouf. Yeah, I
It's
have.
that's all I've ever known him as is actual cannibal Shia LaBeouf, whether or not
Oh,
he's a cannibal or not.
I showed
Um,
I showed that video to Rachel and her friend one evening, and then when it was done, they're like, "I have no idea what the fuck just happened."
yeah, yeah. It's like that time I showed you salad fingers.
Yeah, I was just like, I don't know what just happened, but okay.
All right. All right. And then in the next scene, we have Cop Lady. She's the other main character in this. I don't know what her name is. It doesn't matter. She is a twin. That's crazy. She has a vision of falling into a pool through a skyline. And then we cut again to Constantine coughing up some tussin, some tussin. Everybody
Yeah,
knows tussin, right?
yeah, 'cause he's got a bad cough,
Yeah.
aka he's got terrible lungs.
Yeah. And then I just put the next note on here is cancer is aggressive. And I'm like, shout out. Hidden messages later. So the lady cop's vision was her sister's death. And I said, eek. That's kind of creepy. It'd be like if one of us had to visit each other's death constantly over and over again. That'd be pretty rough. That's some hell shit right there.
Yeah, it would be.
Like, oh,
Or
Rick
not
just
yeah, just oh yeah, imagine can shout out that dance club. Imagine having to relive that that day
nope.
over and over again. Like
I
that would
haven't
be hell. That would be hell. I mean,
I
not like
haven't
it yeah, like you
I haven't
say,
looked
like
back once since. And that's
yeah.
healthy coping mechanisms.
Uh,
He says drinking
um,
his really shitty herbal tea. Hmm. Anyway,
with
uh
delicious honey from sticky situations.
yeah, shout out sponsor, but not sponsor, but maybe. We'll see. Uh Gollum, I forgot I called this guy. I'm laughing at my own note. I called that one guy with the spear the Gollum Mexican.
It should have been Mexican Gollum. Mexican
Yeah,
Gollums with a
you're right.
spear.
Done. Mexican Gollum kills an ass ton of cows just by his body odor, and that was pretty crazy. He just walks into there and like waves his armpits around, and fucking everything just dies. And that was this movie has some really crazy cutaways. It's almost as bad as a Family Guy episode, but like scary, you know?
Yeah.
And then we're into Constantine's crib. There's a guy there who loves noises. And that's kind of weird because he has this little, I don't know, it's a can and he turns it over and it goes, and
He just liked like weird ass little trinkets,
yeah,
I think, because when they find his hangout spot at the bowling alley, there was a bunch of shit all over the place.
yeah. And then I put Keanu Reeves gets some baubles from this guy, and Dragon's Breath is crazy. It goes crazy.
Yeah. It shoots flames.
Sure does. And then Constantine meets oh, he goes in the next scene. They go to I don't know where this place is. I think it's in the I almost called it the Vatican, but it's just a fucking church. I don't know why I thought it was the Vatican. That's
Mhm.
stupid. Because they're in LA. That's the Vatican's not in LA.
No.
Moving on. Moving on. Constantine meets Gwendolyn Christie's angel. And that's pretty cool. I don't know. Is that her name? Is Gwendolyn Christie? Is that her real name? The lady who plays the angel?
Oh, I have no idea.
I'm just gonna call her Gwendolyn Christie's angel now. That's like Chris Angel, but like Gwendolyn Christie's angel. Do you think they're
Yeah,
related?
maybe. Are you talking about homegirl that played Michael? Was it?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, yeah. I don't know what her name is. She's just scary looking.
People love her. Like she's got a whole like following online, and that's crazy.
I think I can't think of anything else I've ever seen her in.
Yeah, she's been in a few things. I don't remember too many of them. It doesn't, we could we'll get sidetracked on this for like 16 years. All I remember, and I need to get you to watch Kimmy Schmidt. Maybe I'll get you to do that today. You don't have Netflix, do you?
Yeah, I do.
Do you? I might get you to watch an episode of Kimmy Schmidt because I remember there's one time where this guy's trying to pretend to be straight. So he draws a giant like mural of Gwendolyn Christie on his truck to try and convince other dudes that he's straight.
Okay.
And that's all I can think of. There's two things I know Gwendolyn Christie from: this movie and that mural.
Okay.
There it is. Anyway, so the lady cop is there talking to the father there because she wants to get a funeral for her dead sister, but it's suicide. So you know how Catholics are.
Mhm.
And then we cut to the big guy from there's a big guy that was there for the exorcism from the very beginning, who's he's got like this weird like rosary or some shit. And
He's crazy.
Yeah, he reads. Oh, he reads just by touching papers. That's crazy.
Well, no, he was like having like, I don't know, like a spiritual thing where he was like skimming the papers like
Oh,
for something specific or whatever. Like,
and I wrote,
go-
there's no
go
way
shit.
he hasn't. There's no way he hasn't read smut that way. He touched her breast just underneath the one nipple.
Because he was like, I always bring you good ones. This is a good one, John, right? This is always a good one. And he's
Yeah.
fucking was drinking to keep the voices out of his head and shit.
Yeah, no, thank you. That's crazy. You know what else is the very next scene is wild because Lady Cop is like, I'm gonna get to the end or the answers for my, sister's killer or whatever. She watches her sister die like 400 times on that CCC TV. That's too many
Oh,
scenes.
like step off the edge.
Yeah.
Yeah. She just looks back and smiles and just like,
One time is enough.
right.
Once. That would be enough to be like, hey, yo, therapist, we're going to be talking about this a while. Okay.
Yeah.
A while. But she watches this 300 times. And on one of those, she looks at her and goes, Constantine. And then does it. And she's all like, oh my God, we've got to find Constantine. And
she
then
already ran into him the first time and he was an asshole.
Yeah. Because so after that, all the phones rang in her house like she's doing a telethon for PBS.
Yeah.
And
hey, lady.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, lady, I killed myself. Figure it out there. That's
I was trying to do a Jerry Lewis, but that whatever works.
It's either way. Jerry, okay. If Jerry Lewis met the lady of the night voice that we have, that's a wild person to know. Somebody draw that. Jerry Lewis is just like an aging prostitute. I'm in. Actually, there's got to be somebody that does Jerry Lewis drag, right? That's got to be a thing.
I don't know.
I want that. I mean, I just got recommended. There's a whole drag show of old Nickelodeon cartoons.
What?
Yes. And I saw somebody was dressed as Patrick Star, and it was great. Yes. Okay. In other words, we need more themed drag things happening in our town. Please and thank you. I will probably be the only one that comes here because we're kind of a red state, or at least a red place. Anyway, Constantine has a coughing attack, and that is attacked by diabetes, which you won't know until you unless you listen to our last episode, because he's attacked by those bees.
Yeah.
What's crazy is I didn't know that our episodes would cross paths so quickly, but here we are.
Right.
We're doing the thing. Diabetes attacks him. And he's in the middle of LA, just like getting like his ass beat by this thing that kind of looks like bees, but kind of looks like person. And then he's just out of nowhere. He just like jukes into the street and then lets him get hit by a bus. And then he kicks a crab into the camera. Not those kind of crabs. Not
Yeah, that thing
those.
just fucking exploded when it got hit by a car.
It did.
Imagine driving that car and you just drove through like a horde of fucking person bees and now they're all
Dude,
exploded all over your fucking
that
truck.
happened to me. Do you not remember
walk-
that story about when I drove through the swarm of bees?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I was driving over. We have a bridge that was under construction in the next to the KFC Taco Bell coming back from Saginaw
Uh
from work. And I was driving over that, and all of a sudden you hear this, and I just see like just a bunch of shit hitting my windshield. And I had the windows down because it was a nice day.
yeah.
And I was like, oh, that's crazy. It must have just been like a random rainstorm because it was the middle of summer. Sometimes that happens.
Hmm.
And I was like, oh, whatever. And I start using the windshield wipers and I see these bees and I see like it doesn't look like rain. It just kind of smushes everything. And I'm like,
Yeah.
well, that's weird. And then I keep driving and all of a sudden you hear it just coming from the back seat because this is back when I had the truck.
Yeah.
And I looked in the back seat of the truck and there were just hundreds of bees
Oh,
in the back
Lord.
of my truck. I've never in my life, I switched off the ignition, jumped out of that car in like 0.2 seconds, and I left. I just left it on the side of the road and I called somebody because I was like, I don't know what to do. There's hundreds of bees in my car. And they're like, just leave them. They'll like kind of get out of there. And I'm like, no. So I had to get somebody in there. We just took whatever because it was on like a couple pieces of furniture or something that I had back there. We
Yeah.
just threw that away. But yeah, I drove through a swarm of bees, just like Constantine did.
Oh, jeez.
And I didn't like that. And I would rate that 0 out of 100 stars.
I've had one get stuck in my beard while I was driving once. It like came in through the window and just was like, and was like stuck in my beard. And I'm like, fuck, like trying to slap it out when
No.
I'm still driving.
No, thank you. I would like to unsubscribe from this blog. So after all this happens and he does exactly what I just did in that situation, Constantine, Keanu Reeves goes to a nightclub who have it's a lot of people who have special eye contacts. That's the name of the club is Special Eye Contact. And then where he meets Midnight. And Midnight is fucking cool. I don't care what anybody says. Like his shtick is he's got like kind of it's like Switzerland for supernatural. He talks to everybody, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
But he was wearing a dope ass like suit and he had a cool hat on. I want to be Midnight. I want people to come to me for sage advice and for me to give curses to people, I guess. I don't know. Just saying. But Bush is a demon there and he is pissed off with Keanu Reeves. And Bush is Gavin Rossdale.
Yeah.
He's in this movie. I'm going to refer to him as Bush from now on. Here we are.
Breathe in, breathe out.
Yeah. Which segues perfectly because now we have a coughing montage through the club because after this, Midnight's like, bitch, I can't help either of you. And I've got an appointment. Get the fuck out. And then out of nowhere, Constantine's like, and then it's just him going through the club of people with different eye colors. And that's crazy. And then he's drinking and smoking just because cancer. And I'm like, mood. And then he blows his smoke on a spider while he's back at home. And he puts it underneath he puts a cup on it. So he's like killing the spider. That's rude.
He says, welcome to my life.
That's rude. That's rude, isn't it? Spider. Anyway, Lady Cop finds Keanu and he wants to. Oh, yeah. So she's looking for help. And then Keanu Reeves goes, oh, wow, what kind of mental patient kills themselves? That's crazy. Ooh. Ooh. To quote my good friends at the Rewatcher, since they've retweeted me a couple times, aged like a human. Shout out Ashelina and Mikey. The lady cop wants Keanu's help, and Keanu is a schmuck. But she saves the spider, and then sees a kaleidoscope of hell. I don't remember what that was all about. He sees a kaleidoscope of hell and then goes after the lady cop. Maybe because something is going on. I don't remember.
Uh oh, after she leaves?
Yeah.
Oh, he sees a bunch of fucking uh things fly by
Oh, that's what that was.
his window, and then he goes
The
out there to
demons
get
come after
her.
her.
Yeah.
Okay, that's yes. Honestly, the kaleidoscope thing makes perfect sense now because you look out the windows and it's just like, oh, demons.
Mm.
So Keanu lets Lady Cop know that God and the devil made a wager, and then Satan believes in you. And I said, that's nice. Somebody should. I'm glad it was one of them. You know, whichever one can do the most, I guess. Whatever. Here we go. Constantine lights his hands on fire and then burns winged demons in the air, and that was pretty crazy. He literally just lights a match on his hand and like claps it and says some shit, and everything just kind of catches on fire.
Yeah.
And I guess now we have the team assembled. We have Lady Cop and Keanu Reeves.
Yep.
Does it? I wonder if it says like Keanu Reeves has joined the party. That's pretty cool. I'd like that. Anyway, Keanu Reeves puts his oh, okay. They go back to his house and he puts his full feet in water while holding a cat. And apparently that takes you to hell.
Yeah, he was like staring into the eyes of the cat.
Yeah. Remind me never to look at Dean's eyes while I'm soaking my feet ever again, just in case.
Well, because he says the cats are like half in, half out anyway,
Yeah.
between like life and death or whatever the fuck.
I'm just saying.
And
We both have cats in our houses. We can't be soaking our feet around them anymore. That's what I've learned from this movie.
they're like fucking cats. I don't even think they'd work like that anymore. They're too old. I'd end up in like Utah.
Well,
I just be
you
staring at Lucy,
listen.
and all of a sudden I'll get transferred. I'm in the middle of a field in Utah. Like, what the
Listen.
fuck?
If you're telling me in the middle of the field in Utah isn't hell, I would say you're wrong. Not according to this movie, but just saying. Hell is apparently a Mad Max sandstorm, and everybody needs Visine because Jesus Christ. That's the first thing I looked out when we were watching this movie when there was this like
Yeah.
sand happening.
Yeah.
You would never be able to see again.
No.
You get like a little bit of sand, a dirt in your eye, not even sand. That's finer than that.
Yeah.
Fuck that. I can't handle that. Keanu Reeves jumps on a bunch of cars to bring back his twin sisters or the Lady Cop's twin sisters ER bracelet, which was kind of crazy. She just like lets it go and he jumps and grabs that. And all these like demons are like kind of coming up at him. And then he just kind of wakes up. Then we cut to the big guy who was from the beginning from the Exorcist. And he is hearing voices in like in a liquor store. And starts drinking every single bottle of liquor in the liquor store. And then after all that, he starts stabbing himself in the hand to like give a message.
Well, before that, when he was drinking, like nothing was coming out though to him.
Oh, yeah.
He was at home drinking and he ran out. So he went to this quote unquote ran out. So he went to the store and he's like opening bottles and he's like, what's happening? There's nothing. Yeah, there was nothing coming out.
You're
and
the one that pointed that out
what?
too. Isn't that a thing in hell?
Yeah, like you'll like thirst and you like won't be able to quench your thirst no matter how much you drink or like no matter how much food like you eat, you'll always be hungry, fucking kind of thing, like starving, and it like just won't satisfy you or do anything.
Yeah.
But yeah, then he started to carve that whatever symbol in his hand from that fucking I think the spear or some shit like that, which we find out is the spear that killed Jesus. He was the last one that stuck him in the rib or whatever the fuck.
Yeah, it's Jesus's tampon.
Yeah. And and then he dies because he drowned to death because he drank like he was drinking that shit, but to him he wasn't drinking it and he fucking drowned.
That's a crazy way to kill somebody.
Yeah, because Bush showed up laughing.
He did.
Because he was the one that was fucking with him.
Oh, Bush.
He's a greedy flyer.
Anyway, now we get Keanu lore dump. We learn all about how he unalived himself, but it didn't stick.
Yeah.
And then he uses probably one of the most deep quotes that I wrote down here. God's a kid with an ant farm.
Hmm.
That's that that fucked me up for a little while. It still fucks me
Yeah.
up a little bit.
Yeah.
Because realistically, as much as I can think about it, yeah,
Yeah, he's
spot
not
the
wrong.
lie. Whew. Keanu finds that guy dead, the big guy. They go to the liquor store with Lady Cop. And he just starts fucking looting a crime scene. There's he just goes up to that guy's body and starts fucking with it and grabs this. I don't know what he has gotten this. Oh, it's the I don't remember what he has, but he grabs something from his dead body and then looks at that little.
It was like his necklace. It
Yeah,
was like a charm on his necklace or something.
that happens. And he just does this in front of the LAPD, who is just there, just hanging out.
Right.
No one does anything.
Well, she's a cop. So like he had clearance through her.
I don't. I don't know
We'll
that
say
that's a
that.
thing.
Don't worry, guys.
Yeah, this is part of the movie where you do a lot in scary movies, where it's just like, don't worry about it.
Right.
Don't worry about it. Hi, hello. This is my cat time. He's like, hey, it's been 15 minutes since you said hi to me, and I might die. So this is me petting him. Put cat petting interlude. Please step back. We have to pet a cat. He is here. All right. So Keanu and Cop Lady search for clues. And then I just wrote, "What did she do, Angela?" times 100. What the fuck? I don't remember why he says that so much.
Oh. Oh, because he's trying to figure out why she stopped seeing shit or why
Oh,
she made
maybe.
herself because she was talking about how her sister used to see shit and nobody believed her.
Yeah. But like, I'm not
Oh,
kidding
it
you.
was he said, "What did you do?" And it was because she lied and told them like when her sister was like, "I see these things," she like lied, was like, "Well, I don't see nothing," even though she did, and that's why they fucking locked her up
Oh,
and made she got all crazy and shit because her twin lied, was like, "I don't see this shit. I don't know what you're talking about."
I have not heard somebody yell, "What did she do, Angela?" That's what happens. And then apparently there's the 17th act in Corinthians, but it's only in hell.
Mhm.
And I put the name of the devil's, like his son is called Mammon. That's a stupid name if you're the son of the devil.
Yeah.
Mammon, come on, do better. Have it be like, I don't know, Axel or something cool. I don't, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Anything, literally.
Machete.
Yeah, that would be dope. Can you imagine? That'd be crazy. Apparently in old car phones. Oh, because there's somebody taking a phone call in a car that's got like so back in the day with Rick and Eric. Pre pre cell phones, there was this thing called the car phone, and that was built into the car. And if you were very rich, you had one of those.
Yeah.
The end. There was a car phone, is what I was pointing out. He wants to. Oh, so the new Maman wants to forge a new world and fire and blood. And I said, that's pretty fucking metal, honestly. I might sign up for that as long as I wasn't part of the blood or the fire. Like if it was one of those situations where, ow, asshole, that was my cat biting me. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Spray bottle. Shout out spray bottles. Anyways, so apparently, in order to do this, they need the help of a powerful psychic.
A psychic. Is that like what
Yeah,
is that X-Men character that's like that's
Psylocke.
yeah.
Or me as a psychic. Apparently, I'm Cyric. Anyway, the help, and then they
You
need
do
the
have a
help of.
sigh.
I do have several psi,
Yeah.
multiple psi. Um, so anyway, they need that and the help of God. And I think that's crazy too, because how do you get, what does that mean? Is God going to be like, hey, yo, son of the devil, come on up. You're the next contestant on The Price is Right.
All right.
Be kind of crazy if that's how it was.
Did I send
And
you
then,
that clip of Snoop Dogg helping everybody win on The Price is Right?
no, but that's great. I love him.
It was like a clip of him. He was on like the whole show, like helping the contestants fucking win. It was fantastic. I'll have to find it and show you.
Yes. Anyway, there's a fly that comes out of somebody's eye at this point, and I can't
Ugh.
handle that. Oh, it was B Man. So B Man is that guy that has all the baubles that he bought from him in the beginning. And he's just
Mhm.
sitting there and he hears a bunch of weird shit and a fly comes out of his eyeball. That would be it for me. That would be
Yeah.
my 13th reason. I swear to whatever. If bugs just start coming out of my orifices, I'm done. I've had
Well,
enough.
that one book slash movie that it's gonna fucking no, I can't remember, but that's one of the stories is like this fucking chick that has spider fucking all of a sudden starts coming out of her face.
Oh yeah, scary stories to tell in the dark.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
It's the
yeah,
red mark.
yeah. And spiders start coming out. Yeah,
Fellow
my
spooky bitch here. Not
my
only can I tell you what it is, but the name of the story.
my mom used to read me those books when I was a kid.
Aww. That's how you know how strange I am. I'm like, oh, she wrote. I'm having a stroke. She read horror movies to you. Love that.
Yeah.
Anyway, so that guy's name is B Man, and then he gets got by diabetes again. Diabetes gets a lot of play in this. He's not just
No,
out for,
are you talking about the dude that Keanu bought the dragon's breath from?
yeah, he gets got by
No,
diabetes.
no, he gets got by Bush.
Oh, was it Bush?
Yeah,
Diabetes, Bush. It's the same thing.
because they find oh, because homegirl goes in there because she's unlocked her psychic powers, so she goes in there and is like feeling around, and then she reaches into the grate and finds Bush's fucking coin and starts rolling it through her fingers like he does in the movie, and he's like Beelzebub or whatever the fuck his name is, and then went to
We're not there
go
yet because
get him.
I have a very long paragraph about how she awakens her psychic powers that I am still upset about.
Oh, okay, go for it. Because it happens
Because
before they find home dude all
yeah,
fucking bugged out.
okay, so Keanu Reeves is trying to spit game to Lady Cop, but Lady Cop has to get into a bathtub fully clothed. That's crazy. To
Oh,
just oh god, to have it all your clothes stick to you for that long. Just uh, 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 uh. I need a drink after that. Hang on.
do you not swim with a shirt on as the most bigger dudes do?
I don't have to anymore because I'm skinnier now. Woo.
Still, I would. I mean, regardless, I'd have
Shout
to
out chronic illnesses. Yeah, I probably still would too.
I'd have to be like fucking mega ripped to be like, I'm just gonna walk around with no shirt on freely.
Fuck it. You only live once. Who cares? So after that, Keanu he tries to drown her. Let's face it. He holds her head under the water for far too long until she force blasts her way out of her tub because she's awakened to her powers.
Well, and then she's all steaming, so
Yeah.
she went to hell. So she died for a minute and went to hell, and then like came back, and she's like, "Oh, those people." Blah, blah, blah. And then her was
Oh yeah.
saying her sister and all that shit. Yeah. And then they went and found home dude dead.
Yeah. Then they did this at a bowling alley. That was, oh yeah, because they had found him dead first, and then she awakens to her powers in that tub at a bowling alley.
Oh yeah.
That's worse, right?
I mean, that's
Like,
it might have been his apartment. Maybe he lived there.
still gross. I can't. I gotta go.
Imagine tonguing that drain.
That's somewhere Saltburn is like he's wet at the thought of it, I think. So what it boils down to this is after she gets awakened, Bush steals her. And because Bush steals her, we have Keanu versus Bush. Uh, and then he has Saint Knuckles, which I think he's got like patron saints on his knuckles and is punching him and his face is falling off.
Uh, he had brass knuckles on with
Oh,
him.
that's what it was.
Yeah. Now I think it would have been cooler if they would have had a guitar off.
That would have been
They
crazy.
just like a Scott Pilgrim battle, but they were like battling guitars. Bush just throws on his guitar. Fucking Keanu turns into fucking Ted from Bill and Ted, and they just have a shred off.
Yeah. So at the very end, Keanu Reeves beats the shit out of Bush and then starts giving him his last rites to send him to heaven because he's a
Mhm.
demon.
Yeah.
And he's shitting his whole demon pants and is just like, whoa, 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 I can't go to heaven. And then he gives off the information. He's like, this is where you can find Lady Cop. And then he says, you have to ask to be forgiven, you asshole. And then he's like, oh man, I got by fucking John Wick.
Mhm.
I haven't called him John Wick yet this movie. That's crazy. Oh, we're tired. Welcome to the part of the show where Rick hiccups. One moment.
Hiccup time. Yeah, so while he hiccups.
Oh, that was crazy. I hiccuped and coughed at the same time. That's how you die, isn't it?
No, I've done that and then like farted and almost shit myself.
Mm. Anyway, we find out. Oh yeah, this is where we find out that Jesus was killed by the pick of destiny.
Hmm.
And R.I.P. fucking Tenacious D. Honestly,
Yeah, I don't
please
know.
come back.
Yeah.
Please come back.
I'm glad I didn't buy tickets for that because they're supposed to be coming to Detroit and I wanted to
Yeah.
go super bad.
Me too.
And then all that shit happened.
Yeah, pissed me off. So Lady Cop is DBZ through like 7 buildings at this point. She just gets sucked out of the building and just gets like pushed through 7 different walls. And this is where she gets kidnapped. She wasn't kidnapped before. She was kidnapped now. She gets just like force pulled through like 7 buildings. And then Keanu Reeves is like, oh my God, they took the Lady Cop and she's the psychic.
Mhm.
So he goes to Midnight for help, and Midnight puts his hands. He puts his hands into Keanu Reeves. Oh, not in a sexy way. That's what I'm saying. He like melts into him a little bit, like kind of like burns into his. I don't know what he does. He puts his hands at his chest, I think, doesn't he?
But what? Sorry, I had to turn and scream at my child.
Oh, Midnight when he puts his hands inside of Keanu Reeves, not in a sexy way. Because he
Are you talking
tries
about
to
the
get him to help
devil?
him, and he's like, "Fuck you, I'm not doing that."
Oh,
And then Midnight's like, "Yeah," and puts his hands inside of him.
I don't remember that. I remember
That
the
does
devil
happen.
putting his hands inside of him to remove his fucking lung cancer.
That doesn't happen. Well, that does happen later, but spoilers on a movie that's come
Yeah.
out for like 15 years. Actually, it's close to 19. That's crazy. Anyway, so apparently he needs to use the chair, and the chair is just a squatty potty that takes you to hell.
Mhm.
And from now on, whenever I go to somebody's house and I see a squatty potty, I'm like, "Oh, you've been to hell." I see. You know. And then we have a Blumhouse ghost effect exposition where he goes into hell. Which, if you've ever seen any Blumhouse movies, like old school, like 13 Ghosts or anything, when you see the ghost, it's just that like, and there's like lights and shit. That's him
Yeah.
going to hell. And then we have actual cannibal Shia LaBeouf. Gives some great ideas, and he decides that hey, we should bless the sprinkler system since we're going to go into this place full of demons to save the lady cop. That's a good idea. Shout out Shia LaBeouf.
Yeah. Fucking in that Nobody movie, he filled the sprinkler system full of gas before he burned all their money.
Oh yeah, that was cool too. That movie was really that was a really good time yesterday. That was a fun movie. It's just the guy from Better Call Saul just beating ass for no reason.
Yeah. Yeah.
So which I mean, screw it. We need this for views anyway. My letterboxed review for that is the main character in there would die for Hello Kitty Island Adventure. You're welcome. That's a free letterboxed review from Rick. Follow me on Letterboxd. I'm funny sometimes. So then we have Lady Cop takes a dip and immediately starts blasting. She falls into a fucking pool and gets up and just starts shooting shit demons with her gun like that's going to do anything.
Mhm.
And then we have Shia LaBeouf shoots a flammable object and makes a cross into the water. Oh, yeah, yeah. When they're doing the blessing on the sprinkler system, the
Mhm.
thing that's clearly a fucking, I don't know what it does. It pushes like the water through the system that's very flammable. He just shoots it.
Yeah.
I'm sure that's going to be fine.
Right.
Anywho's, so, and I said, yeah, that's his right. I gave him props again. And I'm like, Keanu dusts all these demons, kind of like Buffy, but like with a gun. So that makes it kind of cooler.
Oh, it's a cross shotgun.
Yeah. And then the devil, oh, then we go back into where the pool is and we find out that Michael is going to help out with raising the devil. So
Yeah.
Gwendolyn Christie Angel is there going, ah, I can't believe this is true. I don't know why I gave her what's her name from Schitt's Creek, but that's crazy. Listen, Moira Rose as an angel, that would be funny, right? I don't understand what you're doing over here. Dava, the star of David, you fold the cross. Anyway, that just makes me want to watch Schitt's Creek again, but I don't want to cry. That last season made me cry a lot.
Oh.
Anyway, so apparently Gwendolyn Christie Angel is the person that's going to be the helping from God, and we have the psychic, and now they're like, hey, I'm going to impregnate you with the son of the devil just by touching you.
Mhm.
And that is also a big yikes. Sorry, what are we doing here?
Well, he was gonna come crawling out of her fucking stomach like the alien.
Yeah, that was happening. So the devil's kid kind of looks like what did I said? A flesh baby Terminator and possesses Lady Cop. Yeah, that's ick. And then he tries to chest burst out of her. And then Shia LaBeouf gets killed here, and that's sad.
Yeah.
He gets
After he had his
forced.
little scene where he helped and
Yeah,
got his respect. Got a good
He-
job, kid. And then he dies.
he dies in kind of a bitch way too. Like he gets slammed into the ceiling and onto the floor like 3 times, and he's just like, "Okay, bye."
Yeah.
I think I might give up at that point too. Honestly, that's enough. Poor kid. And then Keanu Reeves touches one of his tattoos together. Like he has these 2 tattoos on each side of his
Mhm.
arm,
Forearms.
and puts them together and forces somebody to come out. And then we find out, oh, this is where we find out it's what's her name? Gwendolyn Christie Angel.
Yeah.
And she blows her halitosis and knocks Keanu Reeves through a glass door. Do you think angels have bad breath?
I hope not. That'd be terrible.
I'm just saying, like, I don't know for sure, but I wonder what it smells like. Cinnamon. I bet you it smells like cinnamon.
Big Red. They're just up there just chomping packs of Big Red.
Yeah, who knows? And then he prays like Madonna. He gets down on his knees and he wants to take you there because he's like, I don't know what else to do. And then he remembers that one part in the middle of the movie where he's like, the devil would come to collect your soul because he's the one person that sends all those people down to hell. So he's like, he does an early aughts band and commits unaliving to bring the devil up to the world to see all this fuck shit that's going on. Satan, who shows up, kind of looks like John Moxley with Hershey syrup on his feet, kind of shows up.
Yeah.
And he starts walking slowly towards. It's that in the early aughts, there's that glass shattering effect that was in like every single one of these like kind of actiony movies where it shatters, but they just kind of walk slowly through it.
Yeah.
That happens. And then Satan comes up to Keanu is like, oh boy, one soul I come up here to get. And he's like, I didn't think you'd make the same mistake twice because the wrist thing. And he's like, yeah, some fuck shit, eh? And then he's like, hey, your kid's in the other room hanging out with an angel. And he's like, the fuck he is. And he goes, he absolutely is. And he's like, no, fuck you. You're just trying to get me to go look. And he's like, you know, we got time. You stopped the world. Like, time stopped. Might as well go check it
Right.
out. So he goes in there and just kind of, he genuinely pulls his kid out of her and like yeets her back down to hell, which is apparently in the middle of that fucking pool, which is crazy. And decides that he's super pissed off at Gwendolyn Christie Angel and burns their wings off. So that way, I guess they don't have angel powers because that's all in their wings.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
at the end, like she's human and shit.
Yeah. And then Satan comes back up to there and he goes, all right, so you saved the world and this whole thing that we've got going on. So what do you want? And then he goes, well, you can have my soul as long as you save Lady Cop's sister's soul because that was some fuck shit because they made her commit suicide. And then he goes, for real? That's it? Done. Snaps his fingers, snaps his neck, and did the stare. And then her soul is in heaven. And then he's like, all right, let's go. Grabs him and he starts pulling him. And then Keanu kind of like starts pulling tiles with him because Satan can't pull him anymore and goes, oh my God, you made a sacrifice. I can't take you to hell. Fuck you. That's crazy. And he goes, you know what? Bet. And then he also violates Keanu Reeves by putting his hands inside of his lungs and just rips out all the cancer and throws it on the ground and goes, you know what? You're going to prove to me that you belong down here. You're going to fuck up again. And I'll be here waiting because I'm Satan and my Hershey syrup is great. That's what he says.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and then we get to it's pretty abrupt. We go from that to a rooftop where we have Lady Cop just looking ominously and Keanu Reeves is up there and he's like, hi, we did it. And then she's like, yeah. And they make this big thing like they're gonna go in for like that final kiss at the end because they're in love, they're in love. But he just goes to go grab his Nicorette gum, puts it in his mouth. He's gonna quit smoking this time, which makes sense.
Right.
And then they kind of look over the LA skyline, and that's the end. And that was Constantine. And I still have my Letterboxd review. What would you rate this, Eric?
I'd say a 3.
That's what I gave it to. And I put Zach Bagans thinks he's Keanu Reeves in this movie. If you ever watch Ghost Adventures, he thinks he's just this cool. He's not that cool. TBA. Anyway, that was Keanu Reeves and Constantine, and I like that movie, but it doesn't kind of hold up as much as it did before. Especially now.
It'd been a long time, so some of it I was like, oh, I don't remember this.
That's kind of how it was for me too. I'm like, this is going to be a good movie, and it's not that it was a bad movie. I liked the movie that we watched yesterday, Nobody, better than I like this movie. I think I rated it higher too.
Oh, I watched.
I never thought that would be a thing.
Badass and Badasses.
What is Badass?
It's fucking home dude that plays Machete in a movie beating people up. He's an old guy that like
Oh yeah, there he is.
beats up a dude on a bus and he gets like internet famous and then he goes to like get revenge for the death of his best friend and shit.
Ooh, that movie did not do well.
Oh no, it has a low S score.
Yeah.
It's cheesy. And the second one has home dude from Lethal Weapon. I'm too old for this shit. And it's the two of them
Hell yeah.
doing stuff. It was just random shit that I was watching while I was eating.
I liked it. So yeah.
I think that's all we have.
I think that's it. We did Constantine. We did some banter. We're gonna be at Pride again if you've listened this far. this Saturday. What is that? The 17th?
Yeah.
We'll be there 17th from, I don't know, probably 10 or 11 o'clock until we run out of shit or we want to go home.
Right.
Both. Or come see us, get some free swag, talk to us. And I don't know if you stayed to the end. I don't know. I feel like I should fart into the mic or something. Let's
Just go ahead with the socials.
all right. You can check us out on Instagram at Wide Range of Convo. I am not charted on most of my socials. Eric is _Eric __ 989. I have a cat and he's currently dismantling a fake mouse. And you can check us out on the 989 network, 989.network. And there's also a bunch of cool shows on there like Basement Beers, Bars, Debauchery. That's a D. Close enough.
Yeah.
And we're recording this on Eddie's birthday. So shout out Eddie. Happy birthday.
Yeah, for sure.
You'll get it on an episode. Now that we know he's our biggest fan and listens to every one of our episodes, he'll get this at the end. So you're welcome.
Happy
You
birthday.
and 20 other people will hear this. This is how you get popular as a podcast. You joke about how not popular you are. Is that how a thing works?
Well, I guess so.
You want to check out my cat bread?
Oh, yeah. Oh. Okay. On that note, because nobody can see the cat bread, we'll call that good.
You saw
Talk
it.
to you later.
You saw it, Eric.
Yeah, it was round and square. Did you enjoy this episode? Then check out more at 989.network, Mid-Michigan's premier podcast network.